Hajilang, Jammu and Kashmir. So earlier its name was Kashmir region. So Kashmir region, Kashmir is one of the worst affected state in India, which is kind of forcibly occupied by other countries. So Gilgit-Baltistan, Skardu area that gone, Muzaffarabad area that is gone. There is a contentious region in the northern side of the Karakoram near kind of uh, uh, high altitude glaciers, okay, in the northern side, and Siachen Glacier. There also contentious regions are there, and then to northeast the Haji Langar area, which China occupied and calls it Aksai. So kind of annexion, Aksai Chin region, Haji Langar region annexed to China. So that is the kind of pathetic story, the catastrophe to to India as a country, what had happened, so that we will see. It is like that you feel like ashamed. Means what about saving Tibet or Kasi region, that is Xinjiang now? Whatever the you received from Britishers also, that also you lost. Okay, so there's now the current day the Aksai Chin region. So what is Aksai Chin region? So Aksai Chin or earlier Hazi Langar region of Kashmir that was given that came to India through Britishers. So that is northeast of the Kashmir. So that is around 38,000 square kilo, 38,000 square kilometer of the region of the northeast of the Jammu Kashmir. That is little less to Bhutan country, that is that big, and that territory was captured forcefully by China. Later we'll see what is the meaning of what is the what is the meaning of capturing. So that we will see. But now what I should say. Anyway, so when India received independence in 1947, then in 1949, China Communist Party it took over China. Now, 1951 to 59, there is a war in Tibet where China, for 7 years, Tibet fought with the China because China was annexing with the 17-point agreement with the Tibet. What is agreement? Means they are occupying Tibet, calling it is annexed to China now. So China, it is not an agreement. It is like we are capturing you. So for 8 years, Tibet kept fighting parallelly. Not that was the end. For that those years, China captured around 4950 the Xinjiang region, means Kashi region. So Kashi region, not Tibet, both were going to become part of China. So China was busy building the road from Tibet to Xinjiang because they are newly captured by that country, which falls in Indian subcontinent. Okay, but anyway, India is not Indian government, Indian National Congress, which was ruling the country. It was busy in something else. In 1950s, it was busy in summer session of parliament and winter session of parliament and then monsoon session of parliament, then lieutenant governor appointment, because this is what Britishers they told them to do. So lieutenant governor's appointment in union territory, then governor's appointment in all the assembly, then elections, the chief minister election and prime. It was busy in those kind of in this is the what is visible under the bottom. They were visible in looting the people through democratic system, showing democratic system. They were busy in looting the people, and China was busy looting the Indian sub. Everyone was looting Indian subcontinent, whatever. Now China was building a road from Tibet to Xinjiang, Kashi. Now the road is passing through the Hazi Langar region, or now Aksai Chin region. So it is more than 1,000 kilometer, I believe around 2,000 kilometer road from Tibet to Xinjiang region. And 177 kilometer is passing through Aksai Chin. Okay. Now it built road for 7 years and Indian government was completely unaware. Can you believe this? 38,000 square kilometer of the area of a country. That is almost equal to Bhutan country. 38, there would be many states in India that would be less than 38,000 square kilometer. 38,000 square kilometer of the area, someone for 7 years building road. It is not he's hiding in some mountain. Building full-fledged road. If road is there, then they would have built the army post also. And the Xinjiang region, the Aksai Chin region, the height of the Aksai Chin region, the average height of the Aksai Chin region is more than 5,000 meters. It is it's a Himalayan region, 5,000 meter, 5,100 or something meter above sea level, average height of the Aksai Chin. So that is the condition of that region. Someone is building road in that region, 38,000 square kilometer inside the area for 7 years, and Indian government was busy in something else. They did not know at all. In 1958, China's new map came into the picture to everyone, and there that region was shown. Then only they came to know that China has occupied the region. If someone does not give income tax, then they will be behind him. Okay. Now India and Pakistan, since people live now, if you see the Aksai Chin region, then now let's see what is Aksai Chin region. It is 38,000 square kilometer uninhabited area. Means no one lives in that area. So Jawaharlal Nehru he addressed the parliament saying that since it is uninhabited area, so it is of no importance to the country. So gone then gone. Can you believe this? 38,000 square kilometer gone and Indian Prime Minister is happy that it was anyway headache on us, so China took it. So Britishers were fool that they controlled that region. It is a highly important region. I would say strategically from the kind of continent part of view, that is the most important region for the India that India lost. If you see the Aksai Chin region, the most part comes in the Karakush river. So Karakash. So Karakash is the river that originates in the Aksai chain, and that becomes a Hotan river in Xinjiang province. So that is a Z province. Means it has black Z and white Z that along the river. It is a highly costly river. Okay, Caracas River and Urunkas, I believe. Two rivers are called the highly wealthy river. Means the Z, the stone, the costly stone what they have, it is very costly. So Caracas River, it originates from the Aksai chain. So part of the Aksai chain is Kashi region. Means it is in that basin, Tarim basin. Part of it is kind of Galwan river and other river, they originate from it and it comes in Indus basin, and southeastern part of is part of Tibet. So three region, Kashmir region and Kashi region and Tibet region, all three region they have hold in the Aksai chain and it has altitude of 5,100 meters. So three region you can control sitting on the. That's why China was behind the region. That's why Britishers controlled the region. It was a highly strategical region. You cannot afford losing it at all. And for 7 years they were building road, 177 kilometer built road inside your territory, and you don't know what you know. Okay, since it is uninhabited, so that reason excuse you got. But you are busy in India and Pakistan, so that you win the election. Okay, people will vote because India and Pakistan. You are busy here. And most strategic point 5,100 meter, and that it falling in three regions that you lost. You don't know. Amazing. But anyway, now, now if you see geographically also the southern part of the Aksai Chin region or southwestern part, it falls in kind of Karakoram range of the Himalaya, where northern part it hits the Kunlun mountain. Very important. It is one of the most precious strategic region in the world. You cannot afford losing this region. Now, when in 1958 China published the map and in which they showed the Aksai Chin, then it became a very hot issue around the globe. They have already acquired 38,000 square kilometer of the area from India. Indian government they don't know. Okay, and then in 58, in 59, anyway they captured Tibet also, and Dalai Lama with 80,000 supporters, he came to India. If they had not slept in 1951 only when they started building road, then Tibet issue would not have arrived. So now everything in gloom now. So now India is putting diplomatic pressure on China that this comes below the McMahon line. There is a McMahon line drawn between Tibet and India, drawn by Britishers. So India is saying that there is an Anglo-China discussion happened, Anglo-Russia discussion happened, Simla agreement happened, this agreement, that agreement, and according to these agreements, you have to follow these agreement, you have to give respect to these agreement, and below the McMahon line, it is Indian territory. So you have to go above the McMahon line, as if McMahon line is drawn by God. The Indian side is trying to kind of pacify China in a way that McMahon line was drawn by God. There is one more line called Durand line that is between Afghanistan and Pakistan. I believe its name is Durand only. That is again drawn by Britishers, Durand line and McMahon line. How this line came into the picture? Okay, so Britishers they entered India through Calcutta. So from Calcutta through Bengal, Bay of Bengal, they entered India. They start conquering the regions of the India or Bharat. So whatever the region they conquered, they called it India. So they conquered whatever is India now. Then they went towards Indus. They conquered Pakistan region also. Now they climbed Afghanistan. Afghanistan is on hill. There they fought war with Pashtuns and they lost badly. So they came down and there they put a line calling it Durand line. This is like that you are kind of saving your face from the retreat. You did retreat for that. How to save the face? They called it is Durand line. Like it is made by a god. Since this is international line made by God, so we cannot do anything. Similarly, from Calcutta when they entered, they started now they conquered west side, leaving Afghanistan where they lost. Now they tried conquering east side. They conquered Burma. So Burma became British India part. Now they tried Tibet also. So they climbed Tibet and they fought there. Then Tibetans they chased them. Like Pashtuns, they chased them. Tibetan also chased them. So they came down the hill. Now they drawn a line calling it as McMahon line. This is the story of Duran and McMahon. Since Britishers, it's like sour grape, right? Means the grape is sour because you could not eat it. So they could not make to Tibet and Afghanistan. So they called it McMahon line and Duran line. Now India is giving kind of excuse of McMahon line to China. How they will kind of entertain. They know the past. They know the history of these lines. Okay, these lines were drawn by Britishers, but because they could not win. Okay, now the no excuse word and finally war broke out in 1962, 20th October 1962. War broke out between India and China in Aksai Chin region. Aksai Chin region, it is 5,100-meter high. They had road and they had full-fledged army base there, army officers, army settlement, whatever. They are at height and Indian soldiers they are at low. They butchered Indians. I should not use these words, but truth you cannot hide. in around 700 to 800 Chinese soldiers killed, whereas from Indian side 7,000. There 700, here 7,000. Either they were killed, they are missing, or they are captured by Indian army. There is no trace for 7,000 military people in that war. And that war happened in a way that China kept entering into the India. Means 38,000 square kilometer we are talking, but Galwan region, that is the Indus catchment, Galwan river and one other river that comes in Indian Indus basin, those region was still with the India when war was going on. And Caracas region they had captured and Tibetan region. So they were at least till there. Now when war broke, they start entering into the Indus basin also. So now India foul cry and they start kind of shouting to they complain to United States. So United States came into the picture and then China stopped. Wherever they were, they stopped. So by then they had already captured 38,000 square kilometers. But they did not return the area. So that become LAC. New term came between India and China from McMahon line to now LAC, line of actual control. Duran line, Pakistan and Afghanistan, that was from India to Afghanistan. Duran line shifted. Now it is LOC, line of control. And this McMahon line shifted and now it is LAC, line of actual control. So that region also gone. Now as I say that 1947, 15th August is the darkest day in Indian subcontinent where Kasi region, Tibet region, now Aksai Chin also gone. That most strategic point also India lost. Jawaharlal Nehru in the explanation in the parliament, he had no remorse. He told it was completely uninhabited area. No one lives in that area. So leave it, forget it. Okay, but don't forget to give taxes. And petrol is now 100 rupees. Gold is 75,000 rupees per 10 gram. One injection, allopathic injection comes in 30,000, 40,000 rupees. So there, government is busy in sucking money. LPG cylinder 700, 800 rupees. So there, government is busy in those rupees. India is a democratic country only during the election. Election is going on, so India is a democratic country. LPG cylinder. 500 rupees, you get the LPG cylinder. With that, you give us vote. We will keep losing our territory. No problem. But LPG cylinder, the person who is dreaming to become Prime Minister of the country, many times he is found post election. During election, he is democratic. But post election, he will go to Europe and United States. There, he will enjoy his holidays. And then at the end, he will be seen in Oxford and Harvard talking nonsense about the India. When he comes back to India, people will start shouting and he will enjoy. Okay, that is the story. So, democratic country, when election comes, post that it is dictatorship. Whatever I want, I would do. Who are you to stop me? Anyway, at the time of election, you will get one LPG cylinder in 500. So keep voting.